Let's go to Sophie Elsworth now, media writer at The Australian. There's lots to talk about in the media yet again. Sophie, thanks for joining us. How about these ABC ratings? It's supposed to be everybody's ABC, but more and more people are switching off. It's so obvious, isn't it? They've just become such a niche broadcaster. Unless you're woke and green left, they've got nothing for you.
Well, Chris, you had an excellent editorial at the top of your show, I thought, highlighting the issues with the ABC and why people are tuning out. Name to me, Chris, one high-profile ABC broadcaster that isn't swinging to the left. I can't name one.
I reckon I can come up with one.
Have the same
I reckon I can come up with one.
Go for it.
I reckon Macca.
Go for it.
Macca on Sunday mornings.
Macca.
I don't reckon he's a lefty. I'm not saying he's right. I don't have to sack him because I don't think he's conservative, but I think he's absolutely mainstream Australian, and I can't pick him to be green left. So I reckon they've got one host, Macca in the mornings on Sundays. Prove me wrong.
well, go Macca. If Macca isn't on the left, he's really flying the flag for them because they all are. They don't hide it. Social media, They've exposed themselves massively for this, Chris. And any wonder people are tuning out because they don't cater for mainstream Australians. They cater for the inner city left who are green types. So that's what you get when you don't cater to mainstream Australians.
But here's what gets me, Sophie. I mean, they can make themselves irrelevant all they like, but it's actually in their charter. They are actually obliged under the law to try and service all of Australia. That's what riles me about it. They're taking $1.2 billion a year under false pretences, and no one in government's ever had the balls to sort them out over it. And now, as you know, they're still all angling for pay rises and more funding from government.
Well, that's right, Chris. So I had this story today with Jonathan Holmes, ex-Media Watch host, who is the head of ABC alumni, complaining. He went to Communications Minister Michelle Rowland with the head of activist group ABC Friends. They're saying the ABC needs more money. These guys get $1.1 billion and a tad more, might I say, a year. Many people would argue that is far too much. But Jonathan Holmes and the mob at ABC Friends are saying it's not enough. They've got 5-year funding restored. They're having indexation restored. What more do these people want? Chris, they've got 4,200 staff on their books. This is just incredible at the public broadcaster, and they're putting out rubbish like you pointed to earlier. Bisexual tortoises is some of their content that they're promoting. So the way they spend their money, I argue, is questionable.
I tell you what. If they wanted to spend their money more effectively on some real satire, some cutting-edge Australian humour and cartooning, they should get on to Pauline Hansen's mob. Have a look at the latest instalment from Pauline Hansen's cartoon.
Sully, why aren't I Prime Minister yet?
Monique, you've been in the public service for like 2 days.
It should be me. I should be in India.
It's a massive man character.
I should have a dot on my head. And where's my invite to the King's coronation?
This stuff is just so good because it's so close to the truth, isn't it, Sophie?
It is, Chris, but do you really think the ABC are going to invest funds in mocking the Teals? I highly doubt it. So pigs might fly in my view, Chris.
Well, I think half the staff of the Teals are former ABC people. Certainly one of their MPs is former ABC. And, there's a whole bunch of ABC people who have been involved in that.